All right, so this is our standard poodle Nessie's litter. And today I just recorded me performing their daily early neurostimulation and early scent introduction. So here I have puppy Zephyr. He is being held upright on his back and then upside down. After that, he will get his feet tickled with a Q-tip, and he'll go on to that towel on the side, which is a little bit cold from being in the refrigerator. So all of these little exercises are 3 to 5 seconds per puppy. And then afterwards, I introduce the scent of the day for them. So with early neurostimulation, our aim is to build stronger and more resilient puppies. It can improve heart rate, adrenal function. It can improve tolerance to stress when they get older. It was originally developed by the military to create stronger working dogs, but has since been used and taken up by many breeders and many people who foster litters of puppies to help make stronger and more resilient puppies. So I do this with each puppy once a day, only once a day. We do not want to do it more than that. Too much stress is also a bad thing. So we are doing small, controlled stress, and then it goes away. For scent introduction, we're doing that in part because it's the first scents that puppies have available to them. One of the first ones, at least. Their eyes are closed until about 10 to 14 days old, and their ears are closed until also about 2 weeks old. So, but they can smell. They can smell right out of the womb. That's one of the ways that they make their way around, is with their sense of smell. So we're introducing them to a new smell every day to teach them how to use that vital sense. Our goal with this litter is to make service dogs, therapy dogs, and comfort dogs. So we want to have dogs who have very stable temperaments. We also want dogs who have good noses, as the goal for some of these puppies is medical alert service dogs using scent. So anything that we can do to set these puppies up for success is really, really valuable to us. Nessie herself is a very solid dog. She is a therapy dog with us. She's also one of my helper dogs for reactivity. And she goes and she does bike joring and canicross with me and my husband. The dad of this litter is an Australian Labradoodle who is a multipurpose service dog. So he was bred for stability, for working temperament. He's a lovely dog. He's been great to be around. And the goal is to make more nice, stable puppies like him. His close relatives are also, several of them are also service dogs. So in the lines, it's very, very strong. There is a large complement between genetics and socialization that makes a big impact with puppies. So if you are going to choose a puppy from a breeder, what do you want to look for? You want to look for health testing. A lot of times those are OFAs, so it could be hip x-rays, knee and elbow checks, eye exams, heart exams, thyroid, and various genetic tests. If they are claiming to do these tests, I want to see the actual certificate and results. It can be very easy to provide OFA numbers. Do not trust that someone has done it just because they use the words OFA. A good breeder will be very happy to provide that information for you. Same with genetic testing. Even irresponsible breeders are now doing genetic testing sometimes, because a lot of times they are breeding for coat color. So they'll do genetic testing to look for that coat color. But again, I would want to see the results. Back to the puppies. Here you can see me tickling their toes. You can also see Nessie is stimulating them a little bit. Puppies actually aren't able to go to the bathroom on their own for the first 2-ish weeks. So they need their mom to be able to stimulate them to go to the bathroom. So I'm happy to hold them for her while she decides to do that. But you can see how calm all of these puppies are. They're handling these little bits of stress really well. I do make notes about each of these puppies as I'm handling them and as I'm interacting with them for the 8 weeks that they are with me. It helps me to build a solid profile on them. Who has stronger drive, who has a stronger nose, who settles quicker, who's more people-focused. We're not seeing necessarily the people-focused now, but I can start to see that nose. I can start to see who settles better. I can start to see temperament, even though these guys aren't even 2 weeks old yet. So that information is really helpful because I want to match these puppies with their best home when they go to homes. I'm not having people choose puppies based off of a picture because there's massive variety. There can be massive variety of temperaments in a litter, variety of drives, variety of everything. So I want to be able to ask people, do you have a preference for your puppy? What are you looking for? What is your lifestyle? And then I can match a puppy based off of that. And I find that it makes for much more successful pairings than people just choosing based off of a color. We also temperament test these guys at 7 weeks old, which gives me a third-party view on my puppies. I see them every day. They're in my house. I bring them around where it is safe. I expose them to new people, and I take notes of all of those things. But having a new perspective in a new area can be really helpful to fully flush out that idea of who does well where. So again, you can see these guys are handling everything very well. They're very calm. Mom is also very, very calm. It's what I'm looking for. I want a nice mom. I want nice parents from a litter that is being intentionally bred. Those genetics matter. If Nessie was an aggressive dog or a resource guarder or reactive, that gets passed down. So knowing that you have nice, stable parents can be really, really beneficial. Ask about the parents. I want to see them, or I want to see evidence of their behaviors. That's one of the reasons why we decided to do this pairing. Nessie's a lovely dog. I know that Bodhi, the father, is also a lovely dog. And that's what I'm really looking for. So you can see Nessie's a nice, attentive mom. She's not bothered by me picking them up, except for, of course, trying to clean them. But I was in the middle of doing the exercise, so she just has to wait for a minute. We can see Puppy is very relaxed, relaxes right into it, lets me do everything that I want. During this time, not directly right now, but they're also getting nail trims every 5 to 7 days. It keeps the mama more comfortable, but it also gets puppies used to nail trims. That means that by the time they go home, they have 8 to 10 nail trims underneath their belt so that they're way easier to handle. People who are intentionally making dogs should be putting in a lot of effort into these puppies. And if they're doing a good job, they should make that information available. They should be happy to show you what they are doing. Look at them on Facebook. Look at their website. Look for more than just pretty pictures. So the whole litter is doing great. We're very proud of them. You can see everyone's taking a little bit of a nap. Oh, that one is Pixie. So I'm just trying to wake her up. I try not to wake them up too much when I'm doing this, but right now they're so sleepy, it's a little bit hard to catch them when they are not actively eating or sleeping. So sometimes they just finished eating a couple of minutes ago. Sometimes I have to wake them up, especially because it takes me a little bit to go through all of the puppies. I love her little tongue sticking out. So please just be aware. If you are going to buy a dog, look out for those health tests, those genetic tests. Look out for socialization. Ideally, I do want breeders to be doing early neurostimulation, early scent introduction, an extensive socialization protocol. We follow puppy culture, but they can make their own. But that socialization protocol is more than just puppies being raised in houses. There has to be very strategic because that early socialization window is 3 weeks to 12 weeks. That window is mostly closed by the time your puppy goes home, so they're the furthest thing from a blank slate when they go home. That early introduction and those early exposures really do make a large difference for the stability and workability of your puppy, obviously in addition to genetics. If you're a rescue, you can also do these things. Show your fosters that they can do these early neurostimulations, different ways that they can socialize and expose their puppy to new sights, sounds, textures, surfaces. They can expose them to places and new people to create the most healthy and stable dogs that are possible, even if maybe we can't control genetics because they are in rescue. So there's ways that we can help dogs all across the board, and I really want to bring more nice, stable dogs into the world. Have a great day.